So, a death threat was made on Erika Kirk's life, and this Texas man threatened to bomb a Turning Point event that Erika will be at, and it got me wondering because I watched about half the clip on Timcast IRL talking about this, and nobody talks about this. They talk about the dissipation of the right. And I almost wonder, is there a political right anymore, or is everyone just like eating their own to stay alive? So I did want to briefly touch base on this, but I also want to talk about the deterioration of the right. I really think that there is no unifying the right ever again. I think when Charlie Kirk died, the modern day right died. The day Charlie was killed, the modern day right died. And I think now we have people going after Erica, and I'm sure soon they'll be threatening Charlie and Erica's children. But I think we're at a point where there is no fixing this. There is no coming together anymore. I think we may be too fractured. So here's the article. The article talking about Erika Kirk. One second, I gotta change a couple things over here. Texas man arrested. It's from the Daily Mail. Texas man arrested for sickening threat to hurt Erika Kirk at Turning Point event. I know where to bomb. A Texas man was arrested for allegedly threatening to kill Erika Kirk, serving as her valet at an upcoming Turning Point USA event. Okay, you'll get all this in the clip that I'm going to share in a minute. The insane part is how fast this clip devolves from, hey, someone threatened to kill Erika Kirk, to what happened to Tucker Carlson and why is Candace Owens still on the air. It just deteriorates immediately, and it seems like every time someone tries to talk about the right, it immediately deteriorates to Tucker and Candace, and it's mind blowing. It boggles my mind. So I'm gonna jump over to that clip real quick, and we'll talk about that. Audio, okay.
Let's get to the Civil War stuff. Let's jump to the story. We got this from ASAP. Man arrested for threats to kill Erika Kirk ahead of Turning Point USA event in San Antonio. Affidavit says Jacob Wensky, 26, faces 2 felony charges of making a terroristic threat. They say that San Antonio police investigators said Wensky replied to an April social media post about the group's 3-day Women's Leader Summit by writing, "I know exactly where to bomb." In a separate post in the same thread, he wrote, "I can't wait to be the valet for her escort." A warrant for his arrest states. An email from an account registered to Wensky stated, "Death to Erika Kirk and every speaker there. America will live on without the scum of this earth. Every Christian national shall perish in the bombing that will take place at every single Turning Point rally and event."
Okay, so here's the thing, right? This person's clearly ideologically motivated to the point where they're willing to kill Christian nationalists, which is a huge chunk of this country. Whether they're conservative, whether they're liberal, there's a huge chunk of this country that are Christians and want to see America win. They're willing to kill you for that. They're willing to blow you up. They're willing to kill your political leaders over that. They're willing to destroy you because of your beliefs. We are at a point where there is no going forward because everyone else is going backwards. I don't agree with you, so I'm going to murder you, is the mainstream at this point. I mean, this is mainstream news. And then when we try to discuss these things, it immediately devolves into, well, yeah, but Candace Owens is a shithead, and Tucker Carlson doesn't agree with the things that he used to agree with. Watch how quick the story changes. Now we were 40 seconds in, and it changes from someone's trying to kill Erika Kirk to, what the fuck, Tucker?
After seeing all of this stuff and just like, Tucker and Candace and all that.
49 seconds. Erika didn't get 49 seconds of this 21-minute clip. She got 49 seconds of, hey, someone's trying to kill Erika Kirk, and now we're going to autistically obsess over Candace and Tucker.
I'm at the point where I'm like, it's all on purpose. I cannot believe for a second this is accidentally happening, being allowed to happen, and that Tucker, who's friends with Trump, all of a sudden just doesn't like him, has inverted his opinions, or Candace Owens just did a show with Anna Kasparian and Hunter Biden, like she's rallying the Democratic Party now. This is not an accident. Okay, these people don't do these things on accident. Donald Trump doesn't all of a sudden have Joe Kent and Tulsi Gabbard resigning on accident. I don't believe it for 2 seconds. I think it's all on purpose. I just don't believe this stuff anymore. I'm sorry.
I mean,
I think Candace.
Well, what do you mean? How? What do you?
Not
what don't you believe about
with this story? I think the guy did this and he got arrested.
Okay.
I'm saying that like the Candace, like I predicted this. Candace's rhetoric and the show that she was doing and the accusations she was making would rally people to try or threaten to kill Erika Kirk.
Yeah.
Okay, so Tim makes a point there. He has a point. And again, we're like a minute and 40 seconds in where he's like, okay, yeah, we Candace's rhetoric is dangerous because this is going to lead to these kind of things. They still haven't even talked about the fact that somebody's trying to murder Erika Kirk. They talked about it for 40 seconds, and then it's look at me, I was right about Candace is going to get Erika killed. I don't think there's a right anymore. I think the right is gone. Now, I watched about 8 or 9, maybe 10 minutes of that. And I was just like, this isn't even about Erika Kirk. This is about Candace and Tucker. And then they go on to talk about how, Tucker changed his opinions and Tucker had scriptwriters. What's the point of all this if someone's trying to kill people and we're busy bickering about fucking Candace and Tucker? Why? What happened to the right? There is no right anymore. There's no unification. We can't come together and say, maybe we shouldn't kill people. I agree with Tim. I think fucking Candace Owens is going to get more people killed. I think her rhetoric is dangerous. Going from Erika was a spy to Erika killed Charlie to Erika was the reason that Charlie got killed to Erika is an Israeli asset. I mean, the amount of nonsense she said that would make someone believe, yeah, she's responsible for these kind of things, or that would make someone believe that she will be responsible for these kind of things. It's not a far stretch, okay? Candace is a lunatic. Why are we talking about Candace and Tucker, though? And why are we not talking about the multiple threats that have been made on Turning Point events? It's to the point where I don't even talk about them anymore because it's like every time they have an event, someone's like, I'm going to kill I'm going to kill Erika. I'm going to kill this person who's going to the event. I'm going to kill the vice president who's going to this event. Like every time they have an event, someone's threatening to kill somebody and nobody's doing anything about it. Every time there's something like this, it's just, well, let's bitch about Tucker. Well, fuck Tucker. Tucker's not stopping anyone from being murdered. I mean, Tucker's not openly calling for people to be murdered, but Tucker's not sitting here saying, hey, I have a solution to this. Why is Tucker in the conversation? I can understand bringing Candace into the conversation when she's perpetrating these things to an extent, not directly. She's perpetrating these things with her rhetoric, which is the same thing for how long? I said the left-wing media is getting people killed because they're perpetrating this rhetoric. The left-wing media is getting people attacked with this constant Nazi usage, this constant, oh, you're a white supremacist, this constant fucking over and over and over, time and time again, you're a Nazi, you're a white supremacist, you're a racist, whatever it is, time and time again, over and over and over again. We heard this from the left, and I always said, this is what gets people killed. This is how Charlie Kirk ended up getting shot, was this constant rhetoric. And now we're doing the same thing. Where is the consistency here? The right is now doing the same thing. Well, I guess Tim Pool isn't necessarily the right. Tim Pool's kind of a moderate. But for all intents and purposes, most people see Tim Pool as more of a right-leaning, a conservative-leaning figurehead, I guess. And now we're at the point where we're all doing, on the right, we're doing the same thing. Well, someone threatened to kill Erika Kirk, and it's Candace Owens' fault. What? Because you feel betrayed by Candace? Now, there's another point that gets made here about Candace that I want to get to, about how, she was kind of viewed as the token black person, which was kind of the same view I had of her. And I want to get to that point. What does any of that have to do with someone trying to kill Erika Kirk? I think a lot of people get hung up on Candace Owens. Oh, I didn't even have that playing for you guys. That's awkward. You guys just sat there and watched me scratch my beard for like 2 minutes. Rookie. Fucking rookie. Okay, well, you didn't miss anything. I'm just trying to get to the point that they make about Candace being a plant or the token black.
I mean,
in a short term.
But I think Tucker's taking a different.
They're talking about how
other,
Tucker's changed his mind time and time again, and they're talking about how it's not just Tucker who's changed his opinion, but it's also Candace has changed her opinions. Well, I don't think Candace ever had opinions. I think Candace has been she's been someone who's willing to change her opinions to further her career over and over and over again.
Like retard right people are like where Tucker is still saying some crazy things, but you can kind of sense that he's at least has something vaguely coherent. It's like a very Dugan-esque.
They turn the audio on. I'm second guessing everything I do.
Kind of like multipolar world kind of philosophy where like the Candace stuff is just straight up schizophrenic babble.
Tucker's been
and I agree with Tate there. Candace is just saying shit. She's just throwing shit at the wall to see what sticks.
Apologizing for a lot of stuff lately because his positions are an inversion of long-held positions. It's not just to say that Tucker is like, on this one issue I've changed my mind. It's Tucker going, for 20 years I said this one thing and now I'm going to say the inverse.
But he's done it.
And he said, and I apologize for this.
But he went from neocon chumming it up with Rachel Maddow to like populist, firebrand. And then this is just, as I understand it, the third iteration of Tucker. But like this is kind of tracks, I would say.
Even when he was pro-Trump on Fox News, he was critical of Iran and warning about a nuclear Iran.
His audience was different. You can't. I mean, I think somebody made this point, and if you're talking about like, we have these theses to try and explain the sort of transition of these of how the independent podcasters have moved. It's the globalization of their audience
and members of Congress,
right? Well,
I just find this odd that this whole section has been about everything except the threat made to Erika Kirk. It's like the threat made to Erika Kirk was the stepping off point for this greater rant that has nothing to do with anything.
Massey too has now,
and Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Yeah, these all of it. I mean, at least for the pod. I'll start with the podcasters. Massey and Greene are their own weird problem. The podcasters, I mean, they've now, I mean, Tucker Carlson Network put out that post where he was talking about how much his foreign audience has grown, right? Like the thing is, once you go, he might start on Fox News, which is an American conservative audience, and he went to YouTube, which is the globe.
Yeah.
And your numbers for, there's 1.5 billion Muslims in the world. There's 20 million and not near. So I think I've noticed that it's true of everybody, I think, and it's not necessarily even sort of intentional or cynical, but people get pulled for their audience. There's feedback effect there. So I think that's part of it. I think Tucker also, he's lost any sort of constraints that he had on his show. I mean, when you think, I've tweeted out a few times that we thought we liked Tucker, but in reality we liked like Nevin Gregory and Alex Steiger and staffers.
The people who wrote the monologues for him every day.
People who wrote. Now we see what Tucker actually does on Constraint, and it's a lot.
It's an important thing to understand that the opening monologue that everyone loved from Tucker's show, past the few years he was on Fox News, those were written for him.
And to the extent, I mean, he obviously had editing control, but then there's also constraint feedback on his monologues, right? He might try and put some stuff that's crazy in and get pushed back on by his staff and by seniors.
Why is YouTube allowing Candace to break the rules every day?
I mean, YouTube still has a bunch of leftists, and I think leftists are perfectly happy to see the right eat itself.
Tim makes a good point where Candace does do things that nobody else could get away with on YouTube. But I digress. The point gets made. I'm not going to keep playing the whole thing. The point gets made that when Trump came down the escalator and Candace was big, everyone was like, Candace might just be the token black person. So Candace might just be there for the boomers to say, look, there are some good black people. And I don't think that was ever the case with Candace. I think Candace was just a social chameleon, and she was doing whatever it took to get power and money, which makes no sense because her husband is like some powerful attorney or something like that. Dude has money, dude has power, and Candace is doing anything to get more money and more power. But I just think that I think that Candace and Tucker aren't the problem here. I think Candace is more of a threat than Tucker, especially to Erika Kirk specifically. Candace is a huge threat to Erika Kirk's life because she says the most insane psychobabble shit. And then people take that and run with it. And they go with it for days, weeks, months, years. And they say, oh yeah, Erika's a fucking Israel asset that's come here on orders of Benjamin Netanyahu to marry and murder Charlie Kirk. And it's like, that doesn't even make sense. Okay, that makes no fucking sense. Like, I could not fathom trying to wrap my head around the fact that Erika Kirk was sent here by Benjamin Netanyahu to kill Charlie Kirk. That makes no fucking sense. Okay, that is farther than retarded. Whatever's worse than retarded, it's just mentally incoherent psychobabble. Doesn't even explain how retarded that is. But anyway, I digress. I'm gonna leave it there because the fact of the matter is there are people out there that are willing to kill you and me because we disagree. And the right doesn't do anything about it. They just argue with themselves. They just argue with each other. The mainstream right just bickers. Oh well, if Tucker hadn't changed his mind, why has Tucker changed his mind so much? What does that have to do with someone threatening to blow up Erika Kirk? What does that have to do with somebody threatening to bomb Erika Kirk? You brought up Erika Kirk having a bomb threat made on her life, and now you're just psycho ranting about fucking Tucker changing his mind. Who gives a fuck what Tucker does? As far as I'm concerned, Tucker's pretty much fucking irrelevant at this point. Like, as far as I'm concerned, Tucker, he's just an old man living out the rest of his days as far as I'm concerned. I mean, Alex Jones is still fucking relevant because Alex Jones is still out there fighting the good fight. He's still calling these people out. And Alex Jones was pissed at Trump when Trump started this war. Alex Jones said, no, maybe it is time. Maybe we do need a 25th Amendment his ass because this is too much. He's starting a war and nobody voted for this. What the fuck's he doing? I could see when Alex Jones said this and people were like, oh, Alex Jones is a disloyal traitor. Is he, or is Trump the disloyal one? Because we voted for no new wars, and here we have Trump making a new war on behalf of Benjamin Netanyahu. I don't know. I'm just, I don't see the whole conspiracy of, Erika was an Israeli plant doesn't make sense. And then you have Candace taking that and running with it because there was an Israeli plane in the United States the day Charlie was killed. So logically, Israel did it, right? There wasn't a possibility that the day Charlie was killed, September 10th, there was just a plane from Israel in the United States, like, I don't know, maybe bringing over tourists. That doesn't make sense. No, clearly Israel was involved because there was an Israeli plane. And on top of that, Israel got a hold of Erika Kirk when she was a child and bred her to meet Charlie Kirk, marry, and kill Charlie Kirk, even though Charlie Kirk wasn't even fucking famous when Erika was a child. Yeah, that makes so much more sense. That makes so much more sense that Erika was bred from a young age to kill Charlie Kirk, who wasn't famous at a young age because they were about the same age. Makes perfect sense to me. Yep, little 8-year-old Erika Kirk getting turned into a fucking Israeli super spy. And we'll just run with that. And Tucker Carlson is the reason that all this happened because he doesn't like Trump anymore because he's mad about something. Yep, it makes no sense. There is no right anymore, folks. There's no more right. It doesn't exist. It's gone. It has been scattered to the wind. Good fucking luck, because when the Democrats figure this out and they take advantage of this, your rights are gone. Your Second Amendment, gone. Your First Amendment, gone. Your Fourth Amendment, gone. You have no rights. When the Democrats figure this out, a flock camera is going to be pointed right in your fucking bedroom window. They're going to have 4 flock cameras one pointing at every door in your house and one pointing at your driveway. And they're going to be at every house. They're going to be fucking spying on you nonstop 24/7. They're going to take your rights away. And it's all our own fault because we can't fucking stop arguing with ourselves. So I'm going to go fucking look for a new job and ride my dirt bike, I guess, because there's nothing else I can do because nobody fucking pays attention and everyone's just going to fucking let it all burn to the ground because I honestly couldn't tell you why, but it just seems that everyone wants to let it burn. So fuck it, let's let it burn. I don't fucking care anymore. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? Everyone's a retard now. It's like Charlie Kirk got shot and then the retard switch got flipped. I don't know what happened. I do know what happened, actually. This is what happened. Too many of these. Not enough people put this shit down and go the fuck outside. Because you know what my biggest problem in life today was? I had to apply for a couple jobs, and then I didn't know what I was going to talk about. I applied for a couple jobs this morning, and then I couldn't find anything to talk about because I haven't been on the news lately. I haven't been keeping up on it. I've been doing my thing. I've been riding my dirt bike. I've been hanging out with my dad. My dad has he's hurt and he's off work, so the timing actually worked out pretty well on this whole getting fired thing. I've been hanging out with my dad. You know what we've been doing? We've been going and getting fresh air, hanging out in the woods. And you know what? My stress level has dropped 1,000%. I changed phone carriers to get rid of a $250 bill. Stress level dropped. My stress level is just dropping because I'm not playing the game. I'm not getting fucking raped in taxes. I'm not getting fucking... Life is going relatively smooth. Even though I got fired, even though money's tight, life's going relatively smooth. And my biggest problem right now is where's the clutch for my dirt bike? I ordered a clutch and I don't know where it is. The guy hasn't called me to tell me that it came in yet. That's my biggest worry right now. That's it. Unplug, guys. Fucking put the phone down. Put this thing away. Go for a walk. Call your mom. Call your mom and say, hey, Mom. Let's go get lunch. Let's go get something to eat after work. Let's go do something. Call your mom. Call your dad. Hey, Dad, let's go outside and work on that car. Dad, let's go for a drive, Dad. Let's go for a drive and let's go sit down by the river and bullshit. Because that's what me and my dad have been doing. Now he's been taking his four-wheeler, I've been taking my dirt bike. And where do we go? We go sit down by the river and we bullshit. And we talk about life, and honestly, it's kind of weird because we've gotten to a point where I'm old enough that I'm teaching him things. I'm giving him advice, and we're talking to each other. We're bouncing ideas off each other. We're giving each other advice. We're giving each other ideas. It's peaceful. It's been peaceful. Yeah, my dad's got a serious leg problem. Yeah. No, I don't have a job. No. Shit's kind of falling apart, but it's kind of peaceful because in the falling apart, we've unplugged from the technology. We're not on the technology all the time. My dad's not listening to the politics all day. I'm not listening to the politics all day. I cut back on the politics by a lot. I used to listen to about conservatively 4 to 5 hours political talk shows a day. 4 to 5 hours a day of politics. Every day. Day in, day out. I used to do 3 articles a day on this show. Now I do 1, and then I talk about other stuff. I talk about things that I want to talk about now. And I made a video about Cyberpunk 2077, which I have to make another video about that because after playing it through, it's actually a pretty good game. I wasn't super happy with it in the beginning, but I've replayed it, and it's actually a pretty good game, so I'm going to make a video about that at some point, probably this week. But my point is, unplugging, forgetting about all the electronics. You know what I did yesterday? Yesterday I spent conservatively, I don't know, it was noon, 1 o'clock. I spent 7 or 8 hours in the woods with my brother and my nephews and my dad, and we spent like 7 or 8 hours just hanging out in the woods. And it was the most peaceful day of my life. My one nephew, he frustrated me a little bit because he wouldn't take no for an answer when he kept asking to ride my dirt bike. And I told him if it was good and it had a clutch in it, I'd let you ride it. But I don't want that clutch fucking getting. I mean, there's no clutch left. I don't know what I'm riding on, but it's not a clutch. But that's my only way to get around right now. So I'm like, yeah, not right now because I need that. I need that last bit of clutch if I need to get somewhere. But I digress. That was the worst part of it. Was my nephew wouldn't take no for an answer because the kid loves to ride dirt bikes, and I hate telling him no, but it's like, dude, if it had a clutch, I'd ride the shit out of it. I don't care. But it's just one of them things, you know. But it was a peaceful day because we were all just in the woods having fun, enjoying ourselves. It was great. It was wonderful. Unplug, because none of this shit matters at the end of the day. None of this shit matters. If someone kills Erika Kirk, you still have to go to work. If someone kills Erika Kirk, your bills don't go away. If someone fucking blows up a Turning Point event, your life doesn't change. You're sad that someone you cared about is dead. You know, I'm still upset about the fact that Charlie's dead. Personally, I don't really like Erika Kirk. I don't really care about Erika Kirk. I don't want to see her die. I obviously don't want to see someone fucking try to kill her. I don't care about Candace Owens. I don't really give a shit about Tucker Carlson even. None of these people change my life. None of these people affect my life on a day-to-day basis. I don't care what happens to them. If Tucker woke up this morning and was like, I'm never making another video again, I'm done, I retire. I don't care. What the fuck you want me to do about it? I don't give a shit. It's not my problem. But it's been nice to unplug. And when you unplug and you get away from this stuff for a minute, it makes your life a lot better. Anyway, that's all I got. I'll leave it there. I'll see you all in the next one.